What's up, y'all? This is part 3 of my spring list of fragrances that I like and I'm wearing from my personal collection. I hope you've been enjoying the list, even though I lost count in the last number 2 video. This last video is gonna have a little more than 10, I believe. I got 3, 6, like 16 more fragrances. I'm not going to talk long about these. I'm just going to show them to you and keep moving. Hopefully, if you don't have some of these fragrances, you will see some of these, or you will order them from Fragrance X, Fragrance Net, eBay, whatever you like to deal with. And I hope this list helps out a lot for spring and summer. No, this is not one of them lists that's going to have a lot of high-end stuff on it. Like I said in the beginning, this is all mostly cheapies with the exception of maybe a few. So without further ado, let's get to it. First off, another one of those fig fragrances. And these next 3, because I'm going to group these all 3 together, were gifted to me. I can't remember whether they was gifted to me or in a trade. I think they were gifted to me by a subscriber. But they're all 3 from the House of Ferrari. The first one is Noble Fig. And I actually like this one more than I like the other 2. But all 3 of these are nice. All 3 bottle designs are the same. They have this brown or beige leather wrapping around it. The bottle is pretty much the same. Atomizers are pretty good. Oh man, that is a nice fig fragrance. I actually like this fig better than Sea Salt and Fig. The performance on this one is much better. With the Sea Salt and Fig by Kendrick Goods from Old Navy, you're gonna get maybe an hour of projection, up to 3, maybe 3.5 hours of longevity. With this one, I'm getting like 2 hours of projection, an hour and a half to 2 hours of projection. I'm getting like 5, 6, 6.5 hours of longevity off of my skin. I can't speak for everybody else. I know people always get butt hurt when it comes to talking numbers and how long something lasts. Just because something doesn't last off of you doesn't mean it's not going to perform well off of me or somebody else. So don't be in the comment section crying and complaining because something didn't perform for you. I understand. It just is what it is, guys. I get pretty good performance out of the majority of these fragrances, so that's just me. But that was Noble Fig. Bright Neroli is another one. I apologize about the glare. And like I said, all of these bottle designs are the same. Nothing special. Atomizer, just like the other one. Oh, that is so nice, man. If you like Neroli, oh, that smells so good, man. And this one is Radiant Bergamot. And I am a Bergamot fan. I never really knew what bergamot was. I didn't know it was citrus, just like lemons and limes. This juice is green, which is cool. Oh, that's nice. If you're looking for 3 fragrances, in my personal opinion, out of all of these fragrances to go with for spring and summer, trust me, these 3, Noble Fig, what is it? Bright Neroli and Radiant Bergamot, these 3 are absolutely perfect for spring and summer. Very bright, very invigorating, refreshing. It's just nothing more I can say. These are nice fragrances, guys. Check them out. Another one that I picked up, and my boy Trey Sense talked about this one time before, I believe. I'm not sure if I reviewed this one or not, but Banana Republic put out some fragrances in a particular line, and the majority of them I did like, the ones that I did have. This one I like a lot, and it is from Banana Republic. This is number 78, Vintage Green, and it is Eau de Parfum concentration. All of those bottles are pretty much like this. And the box that it comes in is like this. Sits inside here. Has this little tab. Atomizer. Another one of those misters. If you've smelled, it's like a toned down version of Mugler Cologne to me. But it's very nice. I like it a lot. Perfect for spring. So that's Vintage Green, guys. And I'm trying to move right along. One of my absolute favorite fragrances, if you go back and reference this video also, I got the craziest compliments from some nurses. I was coming through, I told this story in the video. I was coming through, I think it was the CCU unit of the hospital one time. I had this on, and two young nurses, CNAs, whatever they were, come running down the hallway, and it was me and the coworker I always said that wore Invictus all the time. They were like, which one of y'all just came through here smelling all like that? And he was like, yeah, that was him. And they was like, anytime you want to come through here smelling like that, you are more than welcome. So this is from the House of Bulgari. This is Aqua. Damn, I can't see it. Aqua Porum Marine. Very nice, semi-sweet, but aquatic type fragrance. I love this one a lot. Now, I have two others from this house. This one is my most favorite. Atlantique was the one everybody was chasing down, because I'm not sure if it's discontinued or not, but everybody had this spell where they were looking for Atlantique. This one is the most popular one to me, and if I could have found a bigger bottle of this one, I would have got it. But this size was all they had, and I think I found this at TJ Maxx here. But one of my favorites from the House of Bulgari, Aquamarine. Performance on this one. Wow, about 7-8 hours. Projection on it was probably like 2 hours, 2.5 hours off of my skin. I can't vouch for anybody else, but that's what I got. Keeping that same energy, Aqua Atlantique, and I'm not sure if I wore this one or not yet. I may have. Atomizer is not bad. If you want to know what this kind of reminds me of, but a less strong version, which doesn't really give you a headache, because Dylan Blue can give you a headache if you overspray. This one is slightly sweet, which takes away, I believe, the aspect of that, whatever that is, that ambroxan type smell. You don't really get that with this. This is nice. If I had to go 1 and 2 from this particular line, it would be 1 and 2. Now, I do have the one that's the most hated one, but it's not technically a summer or springtime fragrance. It's Aqua Amara, but that is one fragrance that is so hated by the fragrance community, but I actually love it. So those two out of the way, I'm gonna go with these two next. One of these was gifted to me, and the other I paid for. They're both from the House of Tommy Bahama. St. Bart's is another fragrance besides Set Sail Martinique that I like a lot. Another aquatic, which Maritime is another great one. It's an aquatic also. Perfect for spring and summertime type fragrances. I already told you these don't perform well. You may get an hour, hour and a half projection. You're going to get like maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 hours, depending on how many sprays you go. And if you put it on your clothes, you may get a little longer. But St. Bart's and Maritime, not bad at all. I was debating whether I wanted to put this one in the list or not, but it does have a citrus aspect to it, and it kind of falls into the spring, summertime type deal. Do not overspray, because I did overspray once with this one, and the young lady I was with at the time, she told me it gave her a headache, but once it dried down, she turned around and said that it smelled great. And it is from the house of Coach. This is Coach for Men. And I absolutely love this fragrance. Atomizer, not bad. Wow. It is so nice. If you can find a decent sized bottle, I know they have one half the size of this one. But the price was still like 40, 50, 60 bucks for it at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So if you can find this for a decent price, pick it up. I like it a lot. So, and like I said, I'm trying to go ahead and run through this, y'all. Next up is one, I didn't want to put Creed Aventus in here, and I didn't want to put any other fragrance in here because this one in particular, to me, smells great. Not the best performance because I think it was reformulated, but it's from the house of Zara, and this is Vibrant Leather. And yes, this is supposed to be a somewhat Aventus clone or inspiration type fragrance. Smells great, man. It really does. It's not overpowering. You will get maybe 1.5 hours of projection, maybe 4 hours of longevity, possibly 5. Off of my skin, I was closer to 5 because I sprayed this on heavy. It's not offensive at all, so I go hard with this one. Vibrant Leather by Zara. We get in there, y'all. All right, so Artisan Pure from John Varvatos. This is one I had before. I sprayed it on. I didn't care for it. I either traded it, sold it, or gave it away, and then it actually came back to me. So I have it again. So I guess it's meant for me to have. A pretty good fragrance. Performance is not the best. Like I said, Varvatos fragrances don't last that long. But if you don't mind reapplying, pick it up. I like the wicker that's around this one also. It kind of reminds me of Artisan. This is Artisan Pure. This is Artisan. Very nice fragrance. Just doesn't last long. But if you can find it at a decent price, maybe 15 bucks, something like that, pick it up. You know, it's okay. This one I had a hard time with because for some strange reason, there's a note in here that's off-putting to me, and it kind of reminds me of Raid Roach Spray. But I did have a small bottle of it, and the compliment factor that I got from it when I had it on versus what I was smelling personally was different because I got so many compliments that it made me go get a bigger bottle. It's from the house of Versace. This is Versace Man Eau Fresh. Very nice fragrance. I don't know why I keep getting a roach spray type vibe, but perfect for hot weather. Very refreshing. It is a compliment magnet. So if you find this one for a decent price, even if it's not a big bottle like this, get you a 30 ml or something like that. Maybe a decan of it and check it out. If you're into vetiver, and I think that's what's heavy in this one, this is Dunhill Icon. It is very crisp, fresh, refreshing. The bottle is heavy, so be careful. You don't want to drop it on your foot or somebody else's foot. Cap has a little weight to it, but you know, for the most part, it snaps into place. I like this one a lot. I do have, I think, Elite back there, but this one probably is my favorite from the Dunhill, this particular Dunhill line. Check this one out. I actually had this fragrance years ago. I didn't care for it because it was almost like too powdery for me. Like you get that lemon or whatever note, citrus type note, and it's blended with that powderiness to it, and it gave me a headache. People kept talking about it. There are other flankers to this, and this one in particular, I actually sprayed somewhere, and I was like, it's not as bad as I thought it was back in the day. So I have a big bottle of it, and it is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. And this is, I don't like the atomizer on it. You saw what you just got, like streamlined shots. It does smell good. Perfect for spring and summertime type weather. Not offensive for the office. I think it's perfect for an office setting. So check that one out also. Projection off of this, off of my skin, somewhere around an hour and a half, 2 hours. Longevity, probably like 5-6 hours, something like that. It's not bad, but you know, it's still not my top favorite, but it just is what it is. Now, this one I was a little curious about, and this one is a flanker of the light blue, which it kind of gives me the same vibe almost that you get from Aqua Amara, but it's not as harsh. And I didn't really like this one at first. I haven't worn it yet. I don't think. I've sprayed it a couple times just to tell, but this is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Sun Pour Homme Eau de Toilette. I like the juice color. It's like a golden looking color. The bottle is the same kind of bottle design, just different coloration on the top. It's blue on this one. It's like a cream looking color on this one. Same kind of atomizer. It's a little bit more on the aquatic side, a little bit, to me, fresher, but it has that it's not an egg type smell. It's something that gives it that Aqua Amara type vibe to me personally. Now somebody else may get something different, but that's what I get. It's pretty decent. I cannot tell you guys performance because I haven't worn this one yet. This is probably one of the newest ones that I personally bought within the past maybe month or so. But Light Blue Sun, check it out. If you have a Ulta in your area, Belks or something like that, and they may sell it, go in there, smell it before you buy it. I don't want you to just blind buy anything that's here, except for if you see something like this. Get it. Get it. Maybe Icon. Get it. Mano Fresh. There's a few others. And one more and I'm out of here, y'all. This one, a lot of people may not know about. I don't have a lot of information about this one myself, but it's from the House of Imperial. It is Imperial number 4. And it's one of those citrusy, but that sweet citrusy type. I like it a lot. I got so many compliments when I wore this the first time I ever wore it. And I'm kind of scared to wear it because I don't know if I'll be able to find another bottle of this. Now, I have 2 other flankers, but this one actually is my favorite, number 1. But if you want to go spring and summer, you go with something like this. It's refreshing, semi-sweet. Yeah, it's nice. Very nice. I think that's about it. I do have other fragrances I could have thrown in this list, but I was going for the ones that are more citrus and, you know, more fresh and perfect for summer. Now, Green Irish Tweed, you probably can throw in there. I know if you go with Sensual Obsession Sensual Obsessions, they have their formulation of it, which smells almost identical. Tres Nuit is a little bit sweeter. I probably wouldn't wear that one too much in the heat. I would probably stick to more citrus-based fragrances, something more fresh. But for the most part, that's all I have for you all. I know I could have thrown some Cremo in there, but I wanted to go with something that a lot of people really don't show and really don't talk about a lot. And I have some that many others may not have, and vice versa. So hope you all enjoyed these 3 lists. If there's something that you think I should have thrown in there that wasn't in there, I may not have had. I do have 2 Bentley fragrances that one of them might have been able to get thrown in there, but I haven't had enough time with that one either to throw in. So, like I said, I hope y'all enjoyed this video or these 3 videos. Be active in the comment sections, y'all. Once again, if you're not a subscriber, do that. Ring the bell for notifications. Like the video, thumbs up, share the videos. Be active in the comment section. I am out of here, y'all. Here is to smelling great. Peace. Stay safe.